This is Nico Saris from Italy, next to west of Milano, in Cislago area, province of Varese. Well, now you can see on my back there is an hybrid pitch. Now we're about to renovate this period. Now it is the 2nd of July. As you can see, we have drought for a couple of months, and the grass has been a little bit abandoned because of the renovation plan to do during the summer break, and therefore you can see that the grass is dry on my back. Now you can see, and except of these goal areas behind me, you can see it's green. And what you can see now, green is basically the artificial grass which is coming out when the natural grass is gone. And the natural grass is gone in this area because they concentrate the traffic, I mean especially trainings and also for the goalkeeper on the same place, in spite of the fact we have been recommending to acquire 2 movable goals and move around the training for the goalkeeper to avoid to use always the same goals for the game, also for training. Anyway, this is now the situation. We have been called last week to help them do the renovation, and now we're testing a new machine which is going to remove gently the natural grass from the surface. Why we do that? Because in the hybrid systems there is 2 things you have to know, which is very, very important. Is the first thing that the backing, it has to be ideal for roots penetration and protections from the heat stress, and of course provides also the anchoring for the roots. But on the surface we have the fibers which contribute to protect the plants from divots and from let's say from heavy wear. So when the fibers are protruding above the surface around 20 millimeters, I would say at least, then this is enough for protecting the grass crones, the grass plants from the heavy use. If not, then the system doesn't work so much, and it becomes more susceptible to heavy play, to heavy duty and the traffic. So to avoid to have divots, because you can see this pitch now is a little bit dry, but there are no divots at all, so you can play even football if you wish, except of the appearance, which looks brown. But the point is that the surface is leveled, the ground is soft, and you can play without any problem. To maintain these characteristics for the hybrid systems is important every 2 to 4 years to remove the natural grass and remove also the soil which has been accumulated on the surface, and then reseed again from the beginning. This is because while raining there is a lot of soil deposit on the surface, a few millimeters per year, depending how much it is raining. In the soil, I mean, deposit on the surface is coming from those that technicians call loess in the US, which is a mix of fine sand, silt and clay, transported on the air when it's windy, and of course when it's raining it's coming down to the soil. This has been captured by the grass, and together with the grass growth has been accumulated this organic soil on the surface. The accumulation of this organic soil after 2-3 years tends to bury the fibers, and that's why the system works a little bit less. So now we want to see a specific machine. We have been testing this time for the first year, that is going to remove gently the natural grass from the surface, and without harming at all the fibers, because this is the case. The case is to make it easy and at the same time avoid to do any damage on the fibers. This is why also we provide a 12 years warranty for our system, as far as you can keep it covered with natural grass to avoid the UV rays aging the fibers, and at the same time also avoiding that any maintenance machines can do any harm, any damage of the fibers. As far as you can do these things, then the warranty is valid, and at the same time you can expect at least 20 or maybe even 30 years of lifespan of your system, and you can renovate it as often as you want it, or as often as it's necessary, to make sure that you always have a very efficient pitch and a very good system to play. Here we go. Now you can see this machine is now aerating on the surface. You can see this is the machine coming from the artificial, let's say, artificial turf industry, and this machine basically combines 4 rotors which rotate, let's say, they have an axle, 4 rotors which have an axle on a vertical position, rotating the other 4 horizontally with some springs, like these springs for coming from iron, and that is going to gently remove the dead grass, or even if it was alive, it was the same, from the surface. So it's like raking many times, but with one pass. That's very good, very efficient, and you can see Alfonso now, who is working for us for 16 years, do it very quickly and without any harm at all. I will show you now, coming close to the surface, that this grass has been removed, and the fibers are coming out on the surface again. So maybe it's necessary to do another pass, but let's say after we pass with the brush, cleaning and removing all the debris on the surface, and then we maybe pass it once more to do the final cleaning, and the grass will be ready for seeding, as you can see. In this case, the roots that have been left in the soil are also a good amendment for the grass, as they can, by watering, and of course they maintain the moisture, and at the same time will provide carbon by decomposing to the new plants to grow better and faster.